Okay, here's one to finish off 6.3. This is an example of an application exercise, and it takes up a little bit more space on the page than the camera can get, so I will try to utilize some camera work here and get it all in one filming here. But let's look at the problem itself. You might want to go ahead and refer to the book on page 366, number 98. The square garden shown in the figure measures X yards on each side. The garden is to be expanded so that one side is increased by 2 yards and an adjacent side is increased by 1 yard. The graph shows the area of the expanded garden in terms of the length of one of its original sides. Use this information to solve exercises 97 through 100, and so we're going to try number 98 as part of our notes. And again, you want to read, breathe, read, look at what they're giving you, what's the goal, redraw the picture for yourself as needed, highlight the given information, and then work towards a setup, solving it, and labeling it correctly. Remembering that the section that we're in has us doing a lot of foiling, a lot of double distribution, that binomial times binomial. So we can expect that that's what we're going to see in this situation, a binomial times a binomial. So let's go ahead and read it again. The square garden shown in the figure measures X yards on each side. The garden is to be expanded so that one side is increased by 2 yards, adjacent side increased by 1. The graph shows the area of the expanded garden Y in terms of the length of one of its original sides X. Use this information to solve exercises 97 through 100. So I'm just going to redraw the picture for myself. Of course it said square to start out with. That's not very, that's not really to scale here, but X and X, this is my garden. And then it gets expanded. And the expansion is 2 yards on one side, and it's just, is it 1 yard on the other side? Okay. So there's the picture. Our goal here and that's where we're going to do a little camera work here. Down beneath is what the question really says here. Write a polynomial in descending powers of X that expresses the area of the larger garden. So the area of the larger garden. So that's what we're trying to find here, is the area of the larger garden. And we know area is still going to be length times width, so we are bringing that to the situation. That's our BYOF here. Know the area. And so as we look at the area of the larger garden, it's the original side plus the expansion. This is the original side plus the expansion. So the larger garden is actually going to be your X plus 2 times your X plus 1. And you're going to do the foiling here. X squared plus 1x plus 2x plus 2. Combine like terms, x squared plus 3x plus 2. And that is going to be the polynomial that represents the area of the garden. And this was in yards, so we'll do square yards here. And of course we want to complete the story by labeling. And even though they have this listed here on the homework, you'll be doing some of the other problems. We did just number 98 down here below, but you'll actually use the graph for some of those other problems, for problems 97 through 100. Okay. And then of course we'll finish off the page with some review and preview exercise, or finish off the section I should say with review and preview. Very important in your learning.